Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Cerebral Smack Talk live on YouTube and StreamYard.com. It is Grown MF Michael Fletcher alongside Anthony Floyo, Michael Bullock, and Dee Dee Woodson. And guys, we're just going to dive right on in. And here we go as we start off with Smackdown Live from the Thunderdome. However, it's a new home, Tropicana Field in Tampa, Florida, home of the Tampa Bay Rays in Major League Baseball. Props to the Orlando area. Props to the MOA Arena for being such a wonderful home for the last few months. But Tropicana Field will now be our home from now possibly all the way up to WrestleMania. That's what they're hoping for. That's what the plan is for now, to get it all the way to Mania. And then from Mania, it will be at Raymond James Stadium. And then from there, after that, if everything goes the way it does, and we've heard a lot of rumors about a possible vaccine possibly being out very, very soon, if that's the case, that could open up everything and we could get regular WWE programs, Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, in an arena near you. If that's the case, that's wonderful news. That means WWE is back to normal. That means we, as the WWE Universe, would be very excited. That means we get our opportunity back to the way it used to be, going to the arenas, watching our favorite shows, and getting the real fun of the experience that WWE has always been known for a number of years. So, with that said, we started it off. Okay, I'm sorry, I had a little bit of a glitch there with my phone. Alright, here we go. So, with that said, we started off with Sasha Banks and Carmella. This was supposed to be the contract signing for the women's title match at TLC. And, well, I mean, it kind of, I guess you could say, went the way it expected. I mean, it went the way that we thought it was going to go. There's really nothing more to add, Anthony. So, solid, but, yeah, nothing more. Anthony, it's yours.
Yeah. This is the opening segment, right?
Yes, opening segment.
Yeah. A good start here. You know, I was very surprised. I mean, Michael Bullock and I, we had another one of our legendary SmackDown chats this evening, as always, and we were surprised. I mean, they announced the match for TLC, but yet they announced we were going to get the title match here tonight. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. Maybe there's something in the cards here. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But it was a fine way to start the show. I mean, I kind of wanted to see a little more, but it is what it is. So, solid start to the show. So, Michael Bullock, I mean, we were surprised when this came out.
Yeah, we were surprised at this outcome. I mean, we were expecting the contract signing for TLC, and then, well, Carmella played a little mind games and basically had the contract in the back, and then Sasha Banks basically said, you know what, let's not wait till TLC, let's do it tonight. And then Carmella agreed to it, and when I heard about that, I was like, I smell some kind of a rat going on. Something was going to happen during if the match went down. So we'll talk about it later on. So fine way to start. Nothing more to say. Let's go. I sent it off to Dee Dee Woodson, fresh off coming off of being the Thunderdome, right behind Corey Graves and Michael Cole. So that was an experience for you, even though you probably hate being right behind Corey Graves.
Well, at least for part of it, I was behind them, and then near the main event, I think I moved up to a different area, but it was fun. Yeah, this was a good way to open the show. And yeah, it was kind of surprising to see them actually do this match tonight, but at the same time, you know, we're still building this storyline between the two of them and getting that storyline ready for the pay per view. So I can see where we kind of had to have the match go down tonight. I'm a little curious about the guy that was with Carmella, though. And, why do we have him there, and why is he doing all her dirty work? But it is what it is. Good opening for SmackDown. Good storyline building starter. So let's just move on.
All right, and then the first fight of the night was Dolph Ziggler going one-on-one with one half of the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions of the Street Profits, Montez Ford. Dolph Ziggler wins the match in 8 minutes and 31 seconds. Okay, Florio, I said it once, I'll say it again. Let's hold, but Montez Ford just fell to Dolph Ziggler. I think this is the first leg of that championship committee moment. I know it.
I got a little more on. I got a little something for you in just a minute, but I got to give this 3 to 3.25 stars. I mean, when you put two guys as athletic as Dolph Ziggler and Montez Ford into the ring together, they are bound to have a good match. It's not rocket science. Ziggler is and always has been a great heel. The way he plays to his opponent's strengths to make them look better is a skill some wrestlers never master. Ziggler has it down pat. Ford's agility is unmatched, and he continues to find new ways to impress. This was a good stop on the way to their eventual title match, which, oh, by the way, here comes the scoop, MF. Next week, Friday Night SmackDown, FS1, because Fox is going to have the Pac-12 championship game next Friday night. FS1 next week, championship committee moment confirmed. We're getting the title match next week. The Street Profits versus Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. So with all that being said, 3 to 3.25 stars for this. So Michael Bullock, talk about making a bang on FS1. Pay-per-view quality match.
Yeah. Talk about a quality match for FS1 next week. I mean, the Street Profits against Roode and Ziggler for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Yep, it's confirmed. So 3 to 3.25 stars. I do agree with the rating. I mean, when you got two talented guys like Montez Ford and Dolph Ziggler, it's capable of being a good match, and that's what it was in the amount of time it did get. So, yeah, this is a huge opportunity now for Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler next week to hopefully become the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. So, there's really nothing more to say. Dee Woodson, it is yours.
Yeah, I can agree with the rating. This definitely was a good opener for the show. And yeah, now we have the title match next week. So yeah, I'm not going to add too much more. It's yours, Fletch.
Yeah, this was a good match, no doubt about it. Ziggler and Montez Ford looked absolutely amazing here tonight. That's something that, given the opportunity, if these guys can give us that kind of a match, big ups to the SmackDown brass for doing it. And then it's gonna be interesting to see next week on FS1 a tag team title match on the big show. So let's see how that plays out. And yeah, really nothing more to add. Next up, guys, we had Sami Zayn versus Big E non-title match. Sami Zayn steals the match by countout, 10 minutes and 39 seconds. Michael Bullock, you were hoping for the big ending. You were hoping for Big E to get a championship committee moment. Sami Zayn, the lame duck man, weasels his way to yet another victory. And this one's even more criminal than the one against Daniel Bryan because he did this one all by himself. He had nobody to help him like he did the last time out. This one, I know you. You must have been spitting kittens on this one. No pun intended. And apologies to D.D. Woodson for my phrasing there.
Oh, he
Yeah,
did.
this is it's highway criminal. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, guys. I mean, how many times has Sami Zayn done this? I mean, we are hoping someone would get a championship committee moment or a win over him, and how many times do we get spoiled by this criminal act by lame duck man? How many times? Way too many times. I mean, and I was really hoping for this opportunity for Big E, and yeah, Sami Zayn took that away from him. That, ugh. So, and this was a good match. So, but unfortunately, because it ended via a count out, I can only give this 2.5 stars as my rating for it. If it was a good, if it ended cleanly with a pinfall or submission, I would have said 3, maybe 3.25. But because of the count out, I'm sorry, I gotta take points away from it. I gotta give it only 2.5 stars. So, yeah. I really don't know what else there is to say except D.D. Woodson. Somebody needs to be taken to the woodshed and get a good old whipping, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. I'm giving it 1.5 stars. That's all I'm gonna say. It's yours, Fletch.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa, someone is not happy. Someone
Yeah.
is not happy. And I you know what? I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna test my luck with Mama. I know better. Look, I'm just gonna say this. It was a good match, but I don't mind Sami Zayn weaseling his way to victory, but there has to be a contender at some point. Somebody has to step up and has to give Sami Zayn a shot at has to force Sami to put the title on the line. He has to. I understand why they don't want to do Big E yet, because I think Big E is the one that's probably eventually going to become the Intercontinental Champion. Honestly, I think right now, the way this is setting up, and based off some rumors I've been hearing as it relates to down the line, like WrestleMania and whatnot, Big E right now is not looking like he's going to be in any picture for the Universal title, and that's a damn shame. Anthony, I know you were harping on that so hardcore for Big E to have a WrestleMania moment to win the Universal title, but it doesn't look like that's in play now. That looks like that's out in the rearview mirror. But the Intercontinental is definitely in play, and there's no doubt about it. I think he deserves an opportunity, and I believe if Big E gets a fair shake, he will become Intercontinental Champion. But the thing is what really is irking me, what's really bothering me at this moment is like you just said. What on earth are they going to do? How are they going to play this? And Sami Zayn gets very lucky. Okay, that's great. Sami gets lucky. He gets another win. Good for him. But you also got to remember, at some point, you need somebody to step up and make a big move, and whatever's whatever. But, dude, this is not right. This is unfair for Big E. But I get it. I can't be too argumentative about it. I just feel like it's a tough break because, like you said, this is a guy who deserves an opportunity, and he absolutely just oh good match,
He got
solid fight.
screwed. That's what, plain and simple.
Yeah, I get it, and it's really, but the thing is that look, that's the consummate heel. That's a chicken bleep champion. If you could win it any way possible, it doesn't have to be an honorable victory. I get it. But time after time, he gets away with this. And you kind of are feeling like it's going to happen someday. Somebody's going to get him. And he's going to run out of luck. But until then, he's one of the best things that's happening on SmackDown. I hate to say this. Him being a chicken bleep champion, being, throwing the conspiracy and the whole 9 yards. Look, he's getting over. And that's one thing that we just can't disagree about. I mean, is it great for him that he's doing this? Yeah. I mean, look, he gets the nuclear heat. You saw the reaction from the Thunderdome. They were pissed. They were not happy. Dee Dee pretty much said it herself with the 1.5 and was very mute, to say the very least. That means that's a powder keg about to explode coming out of Ohio. I don't want to go down there and light that fuse, so I'm leaving that alone. So there's really nothing more to say. I kind of disagree with Dee Dee here with the rating. I could give this at least 2.5. I get it. Anthony, it is yours.
I'm right there with you. 2 to 2.5. Count out finishes are never exciting, but sometimes they work for storyline purposes, and this is one of those times. Sami Zayn is a classic cowardly heel, and what he did in this bout was the ultimate jerk move. He and Big E had a fun encounter, and it ended with the bad guy getting one over on the good guy. This is not over, so Big E can easily recover by scoring a win to earn himself a title shot, possibly at TLC. Could this have been better? Yes, but they are leaving themselves room to grow. So we're just going to leave it at that. 2 to 2.5. MF, let's move on.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm enjoying my Skittles right now at the moment. So, all right. Next up we had was, well, this was the segment. Jey Uso, Kevin Owens, and Roman Reigns. Yeah, this was explosive as usual. Dee Dee Woodson, it's yours. They're really building this rivalry to a main event level.
Yeah, they are. And of course, it is getting kind of personal. I mean, he did bring in Kevin's family. Kevin also kind of brought in, what he's doing with Jey Uso and everything, kind of controlling the family, using the family, which, most of us can totally agree with. He is using Jey. And of course, you heard Heyman there at the end, saying, you're the head of the table. Right now, he's in control. Don't let him be in control. Show him that you're in control, all that kind of stuff. And so, I mean, this was a good storyline building segment, and they did a very good job executing it, and they did a good job making Roman seem, like a very high heel, I guess you could say. I mean, he's very, very high on the ladder here. He's doing a great job at being this heel. So, not much more I'm going to say about it. This was a really good segment, very nice storyline building time that we had here, even after the commercial breaks. I mean, it still continued right there. That was really great. So, yeah, not much more I'm going to add. Cheers, Fletch.
This is getting better and better and better. I mean, there's really nothing more to say. This is just a very powerful. It seems like with everything that's going on, with everything that's being played out, with the entire um look of what this rivalry has been between Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens, this is getting very personal, very serious, and this is an explosion that's gonna go down at TLC, and I can't wait. I cannot wait for this fight. I cannot wait for this battle. Um, yeah, there's nothing more to say. So, Anthony Florio, another spectacular promo by both men. Even though Owens wasn't really great, but I blame the writing on this one more than Kevin Owens, because Owens can deliver with nothing, and he delivered with basically a poor writing. And Roman, huh, 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 huh. Oh man, my man, you're I believe in the tribal chief. You're my boy now, man. You got me now. You got me as an ally, and it's good to be on that side. Randy Orton is for me on Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns is definitely me now on SmackDown.
Yeah, yeah, he sure is. But poor Jey Uso, man, no matter what he does to impress Roman Reigns, he just ends up getting beat down, usually with a steel chair. This segment was predictable but effective. KO is great as a never say die fighter, and Reigns is perfect as the overconfident champion who has backed up everything he has said so far. This segment helped emphasize how their upcoming match is about more than just the title, but it made sure to keep the Universal Championship as the main focus. Potential show stealer we're looking at here. So we'll wait and see. So not much more to say. Did Bullet go or is he up now?
No, he's up.
He's up. Okay. Bullet, it's yours.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say about this? I mean, yeah, you can't blame Kevin Owens for this. I mean, it was poor writing that. So yeah, but like Florida said, with for Jey Uso, it's like no matter what he does to try to impress the tribal chief, something always happens to him. So, but yeah, I mean, this has gotten real personal now. I mean, especially now that Roman Reigns has involved KO's family in this. So, yeah, they're really making this a main event caliber match here. And who knows, this could be the main event of TLC. So, yeah, so there's really nothing more for me to say on it. So let's just move right along, Fletch.
All right, so now we got two matches that I know you guys probably won't want to get into, so I'm just gonna blow by this real fast. It was the Riot Squad versus Billie Kay and Natalya. The Riot Squad wins the match in 3 minutes and 55 seconds. Then we had Chad Gable and Otis going up against Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. Nakamura and Cesaro wins the match in 3 minutes and 32 seconds, which lead us to the main event of the evening for the SmackDown Women's Championship. The champion, Sasha Banks, putting the title on the line against Carmella. Carmella wins the match via disqualification at 11 minutes and 4 seconds. Sasha Banks went boss, lost her cool. The referee counted to 5. Sasha refusing to let Carmella off out of the turnbuckle, out of the corner. It was bell time. Yeah, it was a DQ finish. Look, this works. This was sensible. This was a solid main event. Good match by the women. Not great, but good. 3 stars. I think at the end of the day, look, we got the necessary ending. We obviously know the storyline's got to continue, but at least they gave us a little bit of a taste at the beginning. Carmella does not win the belt. That's fine. Sasha doesn't lose anything by losing this by DQ. That just gives Carmella another opportunity. She could say, "Hey, hello, I need another. I deserve another shot for the belt." Well, now you get another shot. You will get another shot because you did beat the champion. It was a DQ finish. Therefore, you do normally when you win a match by disqualification or count out where the title is on the line, that does open you up for another opportunity. She will get that opportunity possibly at TLC. I think we all can agree with that. So, as far as the storyline progression goes, this was the most sensible and logical ending to a match. I think they did it very well. I think it was done perfectly. And more importantly, it served its purpose. So for WWE, great way to close the show. And Carmella got nuclear heat because she beat down Sasha Banks, popped the bubbly champagne, and poured it all over the boss once it was all said and done. Humiliating the champion, nuclear heat on Carmella. Now it's gotten personal. Now you stepped over the line, and now the boss is gonna be out for blood. It's on now. Anthony Florio, I mean, good way to close the show. And oh my goodness, I know Sasha Banks loves the glamorous life and she's a boss, but you just disrespected the boss. You better watch your back now, Carmella. The gloves are out.
What was the time of the fall?
11:06.
11:06. 2.5 to 3 for this. This was the first time we have seen Carmella wrestle in 7 months, and based on what we saw, she didn't have much ring rust, if any, at all. She and Banks meshed well together, but it never felt like the title was going to change hands. It was obvious this bout would end with some shenanigans from the start. The DQ finish will allow the feud to continue, but this show already had a countout, so it felt a little excessive to include another non-finish. So I'm going to give it 2.5 to 3, so not much more to say. So Michael Bullock, because of this disqualification, you have to believe Carmella will be entitled to a rematch at the earliest possible date, which I believe will be TLC. What says you?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the earliest possible date she'll get a rematch will be at TLC because, like you said, she won the match by disqualification. She doesn't get the belt, and I do agree. I think this protects both women. I mean, because it could. I mean, it doesn't harm Sasha Banks because she didn't lose the title, and it doesn't even hurt Carmella as well because it continues to build with this rivalry. So yeah, I mean, Carmella basically now has lit a fire in Sasha Banks, and when you light a fire underneath the boss, bad things intend to happen, and that could be the case come TLC for Carmella. So there's really nothing more to say. Dee Woodson, I mean, you've expressed your hatred for Carmella in the past. Does that still exist? What she did tonight?
Of course, it does. Yeah, but compared to going to what Anthony said, there being 2 disqualification matches here. This one made more sense storyline wise and everything than Lame Duck Man. That's why I'm more okay with how this one ended compared to the other one, and that's why the other one got such a low rating, because you didn't get anything out of the end of that match. This one you did. This one, yeah, you're going to get the rematch. You watched her break a champagne bottle on her back. You watched her shower Graves and Michael Cole and Sasha with the champagne. You know, My only beef is this stupid guy that's coming out with her because he did interfere in the match, which caused Sasha to lose control. It caused her to go basically bonkers tonight, and she did what she had to do, and yeah, it caused a disqualification. But like I said, this one made sense. We got a payoff in the end. We've got storyline progression. We got all that, the elements that you should have at the end of a match that we didn't get at the other one. So that hopefully justifies the other rating of why I gave it a 1.5, and why this one I'm going to agree with you guys on the rating on this one, because this one definitely was better match. They did a great job. No, the there was no doubt that Sasha was going to maintain the title, but we got a payoff, even though it was a DQ. We still got a payoff. So I'm not going to add too much more. Cheers, Fletch.
All right, so let's go into the overall review. Anthony Florio, you lead off on this.
Um, I gotta say 6.5 for me. We didn't have any real standout matches tonight. We had 2 clunky finishes, even though the matches that led to them were, solid and fine. But that definitely hampered the rating a bit. We did have some cutout matches, and opening segment was solid, but not overly spectacular. And, a couple of good things here and there, but it wasn't as bad as Monday Night Raw was. Let's be realistic. Monday Night Raw was a brutal show, even though we had a couple of moments here and there, but way too many cutouts and nonsense. So that's why we didn't bother doing a show on Monday nights. Hopefully that changes this Monday when we infiltrate Tropicana Field for the first time, and hopefully we'll bring a better effort. But for right now, not one of your better efforts, MF. I got to say this was a bit of a back to reality edition of SmackDown for you guys. Even though you guys have been putting together some really good shows as of late, tonight honestly was not really one of them, if I'm being honest. So I got to give it I think I'm going to give it a solid 6. I think that's what I'm going to do here. So it's a solid 6 for me. So Michael Bullock, I don't know about you, but solid 6 for me.
Yeah, I'll give it about a 6 out of 10 for me. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't anything overly spectacular. And like you said, nothing really stood out this week. I mean, you had some moments, but other than that, it was pretty much a thumbs in the middle as far as I'm concerned. So a 6 out of 10 for me. So D.D. Woodson, I got a feeling you're going to go a little lower, especially after the way you gave that Zayn and Big E match.
Yeah, I could go probably 5.5 to 6, leaning more to the 5.5. But yeah, it's it had the storyline building and stuff like that. A lot of the good elements that we expect from SmackDown. It's just a mediocre show. Like Florio said, nothing stood out really. And I've already justified my point on the 2 count out matches. So yeah, hopefully next week will be a better show. But knowing SmackDown, or knowing how WWE is, you have a crapshoot. It could be good, it could be bad. You never know. So that's all for me, folks. Good night.
All right, and with that said, well, I'm gonna go with something a little different. I didn't think I was gonna have a Mikey's mindset here tonight, but I do. Tomorrow night in Mexico City is their biggest wrestling event of the year. That's right, guys. Tomorrow night is Triple Mania live from El Ciudad de Mexico at the Azteco in Mexico City, and there's going to be no fans, obviously, COVID-19. However, we got 7 matches on the fight card, and oh my goodness, what a match we got. So, first up, in a 6-man tag team fight, the Psycho Circus, Psycho Clown, Murder Clown, and Monster Clown will go up against Blue Demon Jr., La Parca, and El Hijo de La Parca in a 6-man tag team fight. Then we have a 3-way for the World Tag Team titles, as it's going to be Tejano Jr. and Recepcion versus Montez Jr. and Octagon Jr. and the reigning, defending AAA World Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Bros, Rey Fenix and Pentagon Jr. They will be competing tomorrow night. And then we have a female lady Triple Mania Cup for the women, as it will be Lady Shanti, Fabia Panchi, Chick Torrameda, La Reneta, Hades, and Lady Maravilla. They will be competing, and this is, I believe, this is traditionally an elimination match. There's supposed to be, I think it's like not one fall to a finish, but last woman standing, and if they win it, they win the whole thing. They'll get the AAA Cup, the Triple Mania Cup. Then we have basically a 6-man tag team fight, as it is Carta Brava Jr., Morito Carta Jr., and Tito Santana. No, not the Tito Santana, the legendary Tito Santana from WWE. It's a different Tito Santana. They're going up against Nino Henriguesa, Maximo, and Mr. Iguana, and that's in a 6-man tag team fight. Then we have what they're calling a Marvel Lucha Libre exhibition match. Now, this is probably characters from the Marvel Universe, something that New Japan did one year where they were promoting for the movie for Tiger Mask Jr., Tiger Mask Zero. This is probably their version of it, as it's Terror, Rapata, and Veranate versus Arquino and Ladira America. So that's one match. Then we got Pagano going 1-on-1 versus Chessman, hair versus hair. And in the main event, for la Mega Campeón Físico Completa de AAA, the World Heavyweight Champion, Kenny Omega, puts the title on the line versus the Laredo Kid. Laredo Kid versus Kenny Omega, the main event for the AAA World Heavyweight Championship. It goes down tomorrow night. It's going to be on Twitch. It's going to be on pay-per-view wherever you are around the world. But guys, do whatever you got to do to watch this event. This is the WrestleMania of AAA. This goes down tomorrow night. That's it. We're done. We're out of here. Tomorrow night, we're going to do another edition of NFL Saturday. Anthony Florio hosts, as always, at 10:30 Eastern. We're going to recap the Thursday night game, which was a dominating performance by the LA Rams, beating down the New England Patriots. Thank God Michael Bullock is not here. He probably would be ranting right now. But we're going to get through all of the other 15 matchups, 14 on Sunday, and then, of course, the Monday night game. And for the first time, guys, I got yourself some playoff scenarios. It's in play. We got some. I'll tell you, some teams could make the playoffs. Some teams could even win divisions this weekend. How is that going to play out? I'll let you know everything tomorrow night. So until then, thank you, Anthony Floyo. Thank you, Michael Bullock. Thank you, Dee Woodson. As always, thank you guys. Like the video, leave a comment at the bottom, share with all your friends on all the social media platforms. See you tomorrow.